This time we'll follow some protocol and do a Haida Nation anthem, the class prayer, and the class greeting. So, could you get Usha all rise for the Haida Nation anthem? Yo ho yo ho yo hey hi yo we we hey hi yo we we yo ho yo yo hey hi yo we hey hi yo we 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 yo ho yo we hey hi yo we hey hi yo we 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 yo. You may be seated. Next up, we're gonna do class prayer and class greeting. I want to point out that this above being here um, is pronounced. It's spelled like
Sings.
this in Masset. So, so I've been saying it, Sing Shanawai all these years, and then I heard Skiljade pronounce it Shanaway. Um,
Mm.
and she said it's personal preference. You, however you learned it. Um, so I just wanted to point that out that both are correct, whether you say sings, wadu sungs, um, they're both correct. O sing shanawai, o sanang itlakdas, o salana, hugan sudas, kasan itlanga gudang. Happy on what we are saying. Aji Singayan Talan Killagan. We thank you for this day. Ayat Atlan Itku. Kachkit Sangdalang Atalan Killagan. We thank you for gathering us here today. Hugan telling us das eat sight. Whatever we're about to do, help us. The mantalan is the ana, so that we could do it right. How sing shanawai. How sanang itlagdas. How salana. Kun ant ita. Let it be as is. Okay, class greeting. Itidasa. Harala isis ditolan. Atlan anas di goodnight lagan. Dalang isas es di goodnight lagan. Dalang eshan di hangilgan. Hayat kilan talang skatan. Dalang anskil lagan. Jahawa u hadkil. Talang skata sin. Greetings, good people, my friends, my family. I'm happy to be here. I'm happy that you guys have come. I'm honored with your presence. Today we're learning our language. I thank you guys. Thanks a lot. Let's learn Haida. Okay, back to our document, which we have been using all along. Um, Goose Gal Ejung. And so this is a living document, and so it's going to be subject to several changes. I added in more questions and responses. Okay, so this question here, Klanu Dung Klangulung, where do you work? Klanu Dung Klangulung, Klanu Dung Klangulung, Klanu Dung Klangulung, where do you work? Big Bear.
Lanu Dung Gang Gulang B.
There you go.
Boy.
um, so I have a few different responses. Klinka and Haida and Uth Schlangulang. I work for Klinka and Haida. I said I work for Klinka and Haida instead of at Klinka and Haida because I'm not a Klinka and Haida employee. I am contracted. So I did used to work at UAS, so I put UAS Auf Schlungelgen. I worked at UAS. And I used to work at Craig Tribal, so that's a different tense ending. So I use that. Craig Tribal Auf Schlungelgini. I used to work at Craig Tribal. Okay, and then we have some other questions. Right here. Who's iku dang shlungulan? What are you working on? Who's iku dang shlungulan? Who's iku dang shlungulan? Big Bear.
Who's Ihu Dung Klungal Dung? I want to throw an
Oh,
extra G in there.
yeah. We have a total of 4 G's in there. We have an underlined G and 3 regular G's. Okay, here is one of the responses. Budget guy iku angas uh, shangulan. So remember the rule, whatever comes before HL has to be said with it. So instead of anga and we're going to just say angas. Budget guy iku angas shangulan. Budget guy iku angas shangulan. Big Bear.
Budget guy Ihu Angak Dung Gulang
Shlungulang. I should break it up.
Klungulang.
There you go. This is almost going to sound like lung, and then gu and long. Shlungulang. Shlungulang. Um, so sometimes the phonetics help. Shlungulang. We have another response. Proposal guy, ikut langgulang. So ikut is basically gonna be pronounced as all one word. Because we can't have two HLs back to back. I mean, we can, but pronunciation wise, no. So we have proposal guy, ikut langgulang. Proposal guy, ikut langgulang. Proposal guy, ikut langgulang. Are you there, Big Bear?
Proposal guy. Oh, where'd I go? Wow. Yeah. Where'd my video go?
Yeah, your screen keeps changing. It went black and then to a different other formats. Okay, we'll see if you could get your screen fixed. In the
You can
meantime,
still hear me.
okay, you could hear me and I could kind of hear you. It's quieter, but I could hear you.
Hmm.
Okay, so I'll say this one 3 or 4 times and then I'll have you say it. Um, um, Seattlein is Haida jargon for Seattle. So the question is, Doc Seattlein Kui Hanju Us. Are you traveling to Seattle? Doc Seattlein Kui Hanju Us. Doc Seattlein Kui Hanju Us. Doc Seattlein Kui Hanju Us. Big Bear. Are you there, Big Bear?
That's that was crazy.
How okay. So this is one of the responses to the question. So we're working on questions and responses because being able to recognize the question and being able to respond to it um, brings us closer to fluency. So here's one of the responses to Doc Siatlan Gui Hanju Us. Siatlan Gui Hanjugung. Yes, I'm traveling to Seattle. Siatlan Gui Hanjugung. Siatlan Gui Hanjugung. Big Bear.
Yeah, I agree. Uh,
Um, now, and now we have the negative response. Ke e Siatlan Gui Hanju Angan. Ke e Siatlan Gui Hanju Angan. Ke e Siatlan Gui Hanju Angan. E Seattle Guich Hanju Ungam. No, I'm not traveling to Seattle. E Seattle Guich Hanju Ungam. Big Bear.
Hey, yeah, two, hundred, hungry.
On. How next question. I remember the first time and only time I was asked this question. Um, no one had asked me this question before. Um, so I didn't know um, what they were saying, and um, I didn't have the tools to respond. So now we're gonna go over this question and have the tools to respond. Um, Isn't u done Hanchuklaga. When did you arrive? Isn't u done Hanchuklaga. Isn't u done Hanchuklaga. Isn't u done Hanchuklaga. When did you arrive? Big Bear.
This are two, two, other.
On how okay, now we have some responses. Um Looking back when I was asked decent to done Hanjut Klaga, when did you arrive? Um I could have answered with this reply right here. Um Asket Klaf flew Heden Uth Hanjut Klagen. I arrived at about 10 o'clock. Notice we have two past tense verbs in this phrase, which is uh, totally okay because es get klar flu Eden. If that was by itself, um, it would mean it was about 10 o'clock. But then we added a focus marker and I arrived or I arrived at. So now we have Asket Klaflu Heden Uth Hanjutlagen. I arrived at about 10 o'clock. Excuse me. Asket Klaflu Heden Uth Hanjutlagen. Asket Klaflu Heden Uth Hanjutlagen. Asket Klaflu Heden Uth Hanjutlagen. Big Bear.
Yeah, two, two, other.
How okay, this is another response to um Gisa Gisa du Dang um Hanju Klaga. When did you arrive? This response is Hatanuk Hanju Klagen. I arrived just a little while ago. So Hutton is recently, or in this case, just a little while ago. And then we have ooh, the focus marker. I and 100 Klagen arrived. So um, the first three words are going to be said all together like they're one word. Hatanur, 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 100 Klagen. Hatanur, 100 Klagen. Hatanur, 100 Klagen. I arrived just a little while ago. Big Bear.
Anu, Target.
How now we have another question that has to do with arriving. Um, Doc, we just round our lips on the W. Doc, 100 Klaus. Have you arrived yet? Or have you arrived? And the yet is implied. Doc, 100 Klaus. Doc, 100 Klaus. Doc, 100 Klaus. Doc, 100 Klaus. Have you arrived yet? Big Bear.
Back. Country. Out. Country.
Uh, on how okay, now we have a response to that. Okay, oh, I'm missing a tone mark. Okay, Sung Swanson, how 100 class on. No, I will arrive on Monday. So Sung Swanson is one day or the first day of the week. So that's our word for Monday. In this case means on. Who is a focus marker is I, and 100 Klasam will arrive. Um, so right here in the middle, ah and and um, get pronounced all together as ow, 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 because we have the long A and the long U back to back. So we don't pause and say pause and say ooh, pause and say it just gets blended all together as ow. Ke e sung swan sung ow 100 blossom. No, I'll arrive on Monday. Ke e sung swan sung ow 100 blossom. Ke e sung swan sung ow 100 blossom. Big Bear.
Hey. So,
How you're breaking up, but I did hear most of that. Um,
anyway, I think I have to reboot everything.
oh, okay.
That'll take a
Um,
while.
okay, go ahead and reboot and log back on. Um, for the sake of the video, I will keep teaching, and when you get back on, we'll go back to where we left off. Okay, our next question. DG's u, meaning where, dung, you, um, Hunchutlaga arrived from. DG's u, dung, Hunchutlaga, where did you arrive from? DG's u, dung, Hunchutlaga. DG's u, dung, Hunchutlaga. DG's u, dung, Hunchutlaga. Where did you arrive from? Okay, and I'm answering, I arrived from Craig. So, Ausfly is a Haida word for Craig. This SD means from, but then we have oo and sh. So, as far as pronunciation goes, when we get to the D, this part is going to be pronounced douche. Ausflies, douche, Hunchutlagen. I arrived from Craig. Ausflies, douche, Hunchutlagen. Ausflies, douche, Hunchutlagen. I arrived from Craig. This question, Gijis du Dung Ijum, where do you come from? Again, I'm from Craig, so I'm using that. And again, right here, this part is pronounced douche. Ausgleich, douche, Egen. I come from Craig. Ausgleich, douche, Egen. Ausgleich, douche, Egen. I come from Craig. This next question, Doc, Disneyland, good cow oos. Do you want to go to Disneyland? Good, good cow means to want to go to. And the KW at the end of doc is a yes or no question marker. Oos at the end also tells us it's a question. So da is you. KW, yes or no question. Disneyland, to, good cow to want to go to, and the question marker oos. So it translates, do you want to go to Disneyland? Doc, Disneyland, good cow oos. Okay, and we have two responses to that. The affirmative and the negative. Here we have the affirmative on Disneyland, the good Calgon. Yes, I want to go to Disneyland. Disneyland, the good Calgon. Our second response is in the negative. Que e, ooh, need a tone mark here. Que e, gum, Disneyland, the good Calgon. No, I do not want to go to Disneyland. Okay, A, gum, Disneyland, di kut cow ang gum. Okay, trying to position this so. Our next question, Tlanku Hall Ajan, where is she going? Hall is non-gender. It could also be he, but in this case, we're using she. Uh, Tlanku Hall Ajan, where is she going? Tlanku Hall Ajan. Where is she going? And so we have um, a response. Um, Handan Danai to the bathroom. Handan Danai Handan Danai Handan Danai to the bathroom. Next question. Klanku Dung Ao Ijum. Where is your mother going to? Klanku Dung Ao Ijum. Klanku Dung Ao Ijum. Where is your mother going to? Response. Response is Wadanai to the store. Wadanai Wadanai to the store is the short version. Welcome back, Big Bear. There you are.
I switched cams.
Okay. Yeah, this is much better. Okay, we're going to go back to where we left off. Remember. Big Bear, did I ask you PG Stew down Panchutlaga? Where did you arrive from?
No,
Okay. PG Stew down Panchutlaga. PG Stew down Panchutlaga. Big Bear.
get you stewed dung shoot anga aga.
Aga.
Right.
Um, let's do you're in Seattle, right?
Everett.
Everett. Okay. Let's customize this question for you. I arrived from Everett. Okay. So we have Everett. We have to add the SD because it means from, but pronunciation wise, it's going to split right here. And this part is going to be doof, doof, doof. I learned this from one of my teachers, Jess Guan. So we would say Everett's Duth Hunjutlagen. I arrived from Everett. Everett's Duth Hunjutlagen. Everett's Duth Hunjutlagen. Big Bear.
Everett. Du Hanchut Agen.
On Hulagen. How Okay, my response would be Ausgleich durch Hunjutlagen. I arrived from Prague. Okay. Big Bear. What was the first town that you grew up in? Not where you were born, but the first place that you were raised.
It's either Wrangell or Heidelberg.
Hmm. Um, let's just for the sake of Xaad Kil, let's go with Heidelberg because I think I could spell that in Haida. I think it's Hikta Huntley. And then we're going to add the S. For pronunciation, I've got this part split separately because that's pronounced dooth. And then Ejun. I come from Heidelberg. Or if you want to use Wrangell, just you do Wrangell's Dooth Ejun because we add the SD to whatever town it is. So, okay, let's do the question and then we'll go into the response. Kiji stu dan Ejun. Kiji stu dan Ejun. Kiji stu dan Ejun. Big Bear.
Yujistu. Dang Ejang.
Oh, Hulagan. Good, good pronunciation and accent. Ikta Huntleis Duth Ejun. Ikta Huntleis Duth Ejun. Ikta Huntleis Duth Ejun. Big Bear.
Hector Hans Life. Duch Ejang.
On how let's throw in Wrangell as well. So it'd be Wrangell's Dooth Ejun. Wrangell's Dooth Ejun. Wrangell's Dooth Ejun. Big Bear.
Wrangles Duch Ejang.
How Okay, and then my response to the question would be Ausgleich Dooth Ejun. I come from Craig. This question I formulated this question because, um, like like sports teams when they win the Super Bowl or whatever, and they ask, how are you going to celebrate your win? And they're like, I'm going to take my family to Disneyland. So I was thinking of that type of thing when um, um, Dr. Aljuth had framework. I just had to change out the place and put in Disneyland. So we have Doc Disneyland Kut Kaus. Do you want to go to Disneyland? Doc Disneyland Kut Kaus. Doc Disneyland Kut Kaus. Big Bear.
Doc Disneyland. Good cows.
Um, and so we have,
I think it was
uh,
about 1963 or
oh wow,
65, somewhere
oh
around
wow.
there.
Um, I don't think I've ever actually been to Disneyland. I went to, when I lived in Florida, I went to Disney World. Um, but I was a full grown adult, so it didn't do much for me. I like going to Universal Studios or the Busch Garden theme parks. But so since it is a yes or no question, we have the positive response and a negative response. Um, Disneyland, die gut Kaugen. Yes, I want to go to Disneyland. On Disneyland, die gut Kaugen. On Disneyland, die gut Kaugen. Big Bear.
Oh, Disneyland. The good Cogan.
How and now we have the negative response. Ke gum Disneyland die gut cow gun. No, I do not want to go to Disneyland. Ke gum Disneyland die gut cow gun. Ke gum Disneyland die gut cow gun. Big Bear.
Hey, go Disneyland. The good Cogan.
Um, okay, we
I
have,
think I might take this.
okay, our next question. Clunky Hall Agent. Where is she going? Clunky, Clunky Hall Agent. Clunky Hall Agent. Where is she going? Are you back, Big Bear?
It looked like a good number, but it was a telemarketer.
Oh, I hate it
One
when
of
that
those.
happens. Okay, our question is Clunky Hall Agent. Clunky Hall Agent. Clunky Hall Agent. Where is she going? Big Bear.
Clunk. Ooh, how agent.
On. Um, for this one, it's a long noun, so I broke it down in phonetics underneath. Honda Night. Honda Night. I almost said ooh. Um, Hondan Hondan Denai Hondan Denai Hondan Denai to the bathroom. Hondan Denai It's a really long word. Big Bear.
Honda and deny
Hulagan. Our next question. Klanku Dung Ao Ejan. Where is your mother going to? Klanku Dung Ao Ejan. Klanku Dung Ao Ejan. Big Bear.
clunk clunk udang e ow ejung.
On. So the quick answer, the short answer, Wadanai 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 to the store. Wadanai Big Bear.
What an I
Okay, now we have the full answer, and we just have to add Hall Egan to the end of the sentence. What a night, Hall Egan. She is going to the store. What a night, Hall Egan. What a night, Hall Egan. Big Bear.
what an I how ejung.
On. Okay, we're just gonna say father the way we would, since there's no females present, because they say father differently than we do.
Yep.
Tlanu dun kun Ejan. Where is your father? Tlanu dun kun Ejan. Tlanu dun kun Ejan. Big Bear.
Tlanu dung hunk ejung.
On. So we have two answers. There's a short one. Anak home or at home. Anak Anak Big Bear.
Hanak
The next one we have a full phrase. Stiljade came up with Gul Klagai for California because of the gold rushes they used to have there. So Gul Klagai translated as gold country. So Gul Klagai Di Hung Ajan. My father is in California. Gul Klagai Di Hung Ajan. Gul Klagai Di Hung Ajan. Big Bear.
who gul tlagaya ti hunk ejung.
How okay, some basic questions.
Do you remember somebody named that had the name Klagai?
Mm-mm.
I seem to remember somebody being called Klagai. Of course, everybody I know I could ask are long gone.
Yeah, I would not be surprised. I know my brother has a hidden name John, totally different, but they both start with Kla. Okay, now we have a basic question. Um, uh, I know growing up in most Haida households that you walk into, um, even though they didn't say in Haida, uh, they would ask, "Are you hungry?" to show their Haida hospitality. In other words, they had food to feed you if you were hungry. So, but in Haida, it's dak us, dak us, dak us. Are you hungry? Big Bear.
Dak kut us.
Um, like I said, this is an irregular verb, so you can see how it changes. Um, if you want to say yes, I'm hungry, on di cuidan, on di cuidan, on di cuidan. Big Bear.
Ang di kwedang.
On. And it's going to change again because it's a regular verb. Um, the negative reply would be ke e gum di kut hungum. No, I'm not hungry. Ke e gum di kut hungum. Ke e gum di kut hungum. Big Bear.
Ke e kam di kut angan.
Um. Okay, now we have da katu us. Are you thirsty? Da katu us. Da katu us. Da katu us. Da katu us. Big Bear.
Dak katu us.
On. Okay. And again, we have both replies, positive and negative. First one on the katu, on the katugan. Yes, I'm thirsty. On the katugan. On the katugan. On the katugan. Big Bear.
Ang di katugang.
On. Then we have the negative reply. Ke'e gandi katu angan. Ke'e gandi katu angan. Ke'e gandi katu angan. Big Bear.
Ke e kam di katu angan.
On. Okay, a couple more basic questions. Um, these are good refreshers. Sanudunkyang. 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 And then after you repeat the question, then state your name and then say Hinodikyang. Sanudunkyang, and then state your name, Hinodikyang. But repeat the question first. So let's do that. Sanudunkyang, Big Bear.
Sanu dang kyang.
And then to answer, um, I'll go first. Rob Yates, Hinodikyang. Big Bear, Dashway Gusu, your turn.
Big Bear Alexander Hinu di kyang.
Now we are gonna do I'm gonna have to change this so it's all on one screen, all on one paper. which will make it easier for me to get on one screen. Nope. Here we go. Sanu Hadkish Dunkyang. What is your Haida name? Sanu Hadkish Dunkyang. Sanu Hadkish Dunkyang. What is your Haida name? Big Bear.
Sanu had Kichyankyang.
On. I'm gonna answer with two Haida names. Dakjus is Huya Hadas. Hinu Hadkish Dikyang. Okay, your turn, Big Bear.
Because Hen Hinu had Kichyankyang.
On. How Okay. So let's go to well, we do have 3 minutes. Try to find out where we left off previously before I added all those other questions. We were doing Seahawks sports questions. Okay. I don't think we did the TV one. Yeah, we did. I just scroll a little farther. No, I don't remember the doing the responses. So we'll do this, even if it is a refresher, we'll do it over
It's okay.
refresher. Refreshers are always good. We have Doc in Kalang, Seahawks Nanga, Kalang Uja. In Kalang is TV and then Kalang is watch. So Doc in Kalang, Seahawks Nanga, Kalang Uja. Did you watch the Seahawks game on TV? This question works good in football season or Seahawks season. Doc in Kalam, Seahawks Nanga, Kalam Uja. Big Bear.
Doc Kin Kiaolong, Seahawks Nang, Kiaolong, Uja.
Okay, I think we have enough time to do the responses. Posh Chalungen. Yes, I watched it. On Posh Chalungen. On Posh Chalungen. Big Bear.
Ang, Ang, Hak, Kiaolongen.
Okay,
It
here we
doesn't
go.
help when my allergies are going haywire.
Oh,
There's a
yeah.
bunch of junk right here.
Uh-oh. We got about 30 seconds. We'll tackle this one. Okay, gum hash kalang ungen. No, I didn't watch it. Okay, gum hash kalang ungen. Okay, gum hash kalang ungen. Big Bear.
Ge'e, Gam Hak, Kiaolong, Angen.
On how after one now, so that completes today's lesson. Weekend guy la da. Have a good weekend.
I got two projects I'm working on.
Oh yeah, what are those?